And you're taking it where? To show the media? To embarrass our family further? To the police, Daniel said firmly. It's evidence. Gregory's face darkened further. Evidence of what? Let me see it. Daniel reluctantly handed over the bag. Gregory yanked out the velvet box, his expression shifting as he saw the contents. Lingerie? You're taking lingerie to the police. Look at the card, Linda interjected. It's from someone named Otis. Neither Eleanor nor I know who that is. And you think this is relevant? How? Gregory snapped. Dad, we should have shown this to you first, but you were in such a rush this morning, Daniel said, trying to placate his father. You said you had to get grandmother's anxiety medication, which I did. Gregory patted his jacket pocket. That doesn't explain why you're conspiring with her. He jerked his head toward Linda. No one's conspiring, Daniel said wearily. We found this hidden in Brandon's closet. Don't you think it's strange some man sending Melissa expensive lingerie? You called me to help pack Brandon's room this morning, and I told you I was busy, Gregory said, deflecting. Where exactly did you find this? Behind some shoes on his closet shelf. Dad, do you know who Otis is? Gregory's hesitation was brief but noticeable. How would I know every person my son associated with? Maybe that person was one of Melissa's ex-boyfriends. Who knows? We're taking it to the police, Daniel said with finality. They need to know about this. Fine. But I'm coming with you. Gregory pocketed his car keys, and I'm driving. Give me your keys, Dad. Your keys, Daniel, now. Daniel handed them over. Reluctantly, Gregory turned to Linda. You'll follow in your own vehicle. We're not carpooling like some kind of family outing. Linda bit back her response and simply nodded at the station. They were informed that Detective Prom was in the field, still coordinating the search at the Everglades. A younger officer, badge-reading Martinez, took their information. We'll log this into evidence immediately, Officer Martinez assured them, carefully handling the velvet box with gloved hands. The detective will want to see this as soon as he returns. What can you do with it? Daniel asked. Several things. We'll dust for fingerprints, though the fabric might make that challenging. We'll also check our database for anyone with the first name Otis in the area. Homestead isn't that big, and Otis isn't exactly a common name. Linda noticed the officer examining the lingerie tags more closely. This is from Eloise Boutique in Coral Gables. High-end place. They might have purchased records, even from 1985. Some of these exclusive shops keep detailed client information. That's good, Daniel said. Anything that might help identify this person. Throughout the conversation, Gregory's phone rang repeatedly. Each time, he'd glance at the screen and immediately silence it, his agitation growing more visible. Sir, do you need to take that? Officer Martinez asked after the fourth interruption. No, it's just business, Gregory said tersely. Daniel frowned. Dad, if it's urgent, I said it's fine, Gregory snapped. They completed the evidence forms, each providing their contact information. As they walked back to the parking lot, Gregory's phone rang again. For God's sake, Dad, just answer it, Daniel said, exasperated. Is it from the office? Gregory fumbled with his words. No, I mean ... Yes, it's complicated. Look, we need to get home. I have matters to attend to at the office. We still need to finish packing Brandon's room, Daniel reminded him. And Mrs. Carroll needs to collect Melissa's belongings. Whatever. She can follow us back and get them, Gregory said impatiently. You'll ride with me. Actually, Dad, since you need to go to the office, why don't you take my car there? I'll ride with Mrs. Carroll back to the house. We can finish packing while you handle your business. Gregory's phone rang yet again. This time, Linda caught a glimpse of the screen. No name, just a number. Gregory declined the call with visible frustration. Fine, whatever. I need to deal with this. Gregory fumbled for Daniel's keys in his pocket. As he pulled them out, another keychain fell to the asphalt with a metallic clink. Linda's eyes were drawn to it immediately. Among the keys was one with a small label. She could make out an O at the beginning, but before she could read more, Gregory snatched it up. Dad, what was nothing? Just keys to the office storage units. Gregory pocketed the keychain quickly. Quickly, I'll take your car to the office. You two do whatever you need to do. Just don't take all day. He strode to Daniel's BMW without another word, leaving Linda and Daniel standing in the parking lot. Your father seems stressed, Linda observed carefully. Daniel sighed. He's been like this since Brandon disappeared. Throws himself into work, snaps at everyone. Mum says it's how he processes grief, but... He shrugged. Shall we head back? I'm sorry you have to drive. It's no problem, Linda said. They walked to her Honda, though her mind was still on that keychain. Had she imagined it, or had there been more letters after that all? And why had Gregory reacted so strongly to dropping it? They arrived back at the Whitmore estate 20 minutes later. As Linda pulled into the circular driveway, she noticed a man standing in the garage near Gregory's Mercedes. He was wearing a crisp white shirt and dark slacks, the uniform of domestic staff. That's Ray Doolan, Daniel explained as they got out of the car. Dad's driver. Been with him for years. He doesn't always need him, but he called him when he needed to go somewhere. Ray approached them with a warm smile that seemed genuine. He was perhaps 50, with greying hair and kind eyes that crinkled at the corners. Mr. Daniel, good to see you. Hey Ray. Daniel shook his hand. This is Mrs. Carroll, Melissa's mother. Ma'am. Ray nodded respectfully. I'm sorry for your troubles. Thank you, Linda said, studying him. There was something comforting about his demeanor, a stark contrast to Gregory's hostility. Your father called, Ray explained to Daniel, asked me to take his car to the office and drive your BMW back here. You know how he is about that Mercedes. Daniel chuckled. God forbid anyone else touches it. Thanks for doing this, Ray. No trouble at all. I'll have it back within the hour. They left Ray in the garage and headed inside. Eleanor was in the living room, a cardboard box at her feet. She looked up as they entered, her face showing the strain of the day. How did it go at the police station? She asked. Fine, Mum. I'll fill you in later, Daniel said. Is this Melissa's things? Everything I could find? Eleanor stood, smoothing her skirt. Some clothes, jewelry, a few photographs. Not much, really. They didn't have much time to accumulate things together. Linda accepted the box, her throat tight. Thank you for saving these. Eleanor stepped forward and embraced her surprising gesture from the usually reserved woman. I'm sorry for Gregory's behavior earlier, and always, really. We're both mothers who lost our children. We should have supported each other instead of ... She pulled back, eyes glistening. I hope the police find answers soon. We all deserve closure. Thank you, Eleanor. That means a lot. Daniel offered to walk her out, but Linda declined. I can manage. You should stay with your mother. She carried the box through the marble foyer and out the front door. The afternoon sun was harsh, making her squint as she walked toward her car. She'd just opened her trunk when she heard voices near the front gate. Ray was talking to someone, a younger man, maybe early 30s. Linda pretended to arrange the box in her trunk while observing them. The younger man was stocky, with dark hair and nervous mannerisms. He kept shifting his weight, glancing around as if worried about being seen. As she got into her driver's seat and started to reverse, Linda got a better view. The man wore a gold chain necklace with large letter pendants. Even from this distance, she could make out a prominent O at the beginning. Her pulse quickened. Was that an S at the end? She slowed her reversal, adjusting her rearview mirror. Ray had noticed the necklace too. She saw him reach for it, his lips moving. The younger man stepped back, but Ray grabbed the chain. Through her partially open window, she caught fragments of their conversation carried on the afternoon breeze. Boss said. Ray's voice was firm. "Don't wear this." The younger man protested, but Ray was already pulling the necklace over his head. Then, with a grip that belied his earlier gentleness, Ray seized the man's arm and steered him toward Gregory's Mercedes. Linda's hands trembled on the steering wheel. Every instinct screamed that something was wrong. The name Otis, the O and S on that necklace, it couldn't be a coincidence. She continued backing out slowly, trying to appear uninterested. But she kept watching as Ray practically shoved the younger man into the passenger seat of the Mercedes. Ray got behind the wheel, and the car pulled out of the driveway with unusual speed. Linda made a split-second decision. Instead of turning left toward home, she turned right, following the Mercedes at what she hoped was an inconspicuous distance. Her heart pounded as she tried to process what she'd witnessed. Who was that man? Why did Ray seem so concerned about the necklace? And why did he mention Boss, presumably Gregory?